What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Frequency 140 Wrestling Channel. And as always, you can see I'm always joined by my good buddy, Mr. Sean Bennett.
What's up? How y'all doing?
Dan, and today we are here to discuss one of our favorite things, the WWF 80's tag teams.
Yes,
Because there are
yes.
so many great 80's tag
This is
teams
gonna be a
here.
great show, man.
It's so,
Lot to unpack.
yeah, oh yeah, definitely, man. There's so many matches, and
Mhm.
we'll just get right into it, man. There's just
Okay.
so much to talk about. So, Sean, you go ahead and start, buddy.
All right, so the first one right here out the gate, we're talking about a classic team, probably one of the more underrated teams of all time. We consider them, or I consider them, a sacrificial lamb in the WWF. We're talking about the U.S. Express of Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they both have tremendous pedigrees. Rotunda being a collegiate athlete in both college football and wrestling. Wyndham coming from the Wyndham family of professional wrestling, and even today they're still family. They're in-laws actually. So that's pretty cool. But they always had this chemistry, a great connection, and this team for me, I mean, it was the first team when I really started kind of getting into wrestling about 84, 80, yeah, 84. They had already, when they come into the WWF, they were now taking the tag team championships, and actually they first started coming into Born in the USA because the patriotic gimmick.
No, yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I mean, it captured everybody. But then, lo and behold, they were the first team to initially have the "I Am a Real American" theme song.
Hogan's.
Right.
Really?
By Rick Derringer. Yes, sir.
Oh, wow.
And so, again, that's why I consider them sacrificial lamb, because Vince McMahon definitely used the whole patriotic thing to propel this thing, and everybody got behind it because they were awesome. I love this team. Unfortunately, yeah, cut short. They were the champions, two-time champion in WWF. They lost the championship at the inaugural WrestleMania 1 to the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov. And they ushered in the era of WrestleMania, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So I got to go ahead. They're not, even though they both are Hall of Famers, unfortunately, they're not at the very, very top. But I'm going to put them at a main eventer. That's where
that's where I'm putting them too, honestly.
there we go. Moving them right there to the main event spot.
Yeah,
Boom.
they definitely deserve it for
Yes.
sure.
What do you think? What do you think about this team?
Oh yeah, no, I mean two-time champions, man. I mean you can't really argue too much with that. Plus, I mean the first ever tag match at WrestleMania. I mean even
Ever.
before the Hulk Hogan and Mr. T match.
Correct.
You know they were on the card, the mid card right there. So yeah, I mean, dude, and then just them separately as wrestlers are just
Right.
fantastic,
Right.
especially Wyndham, man.
I mean, you
He's
got
one of the greatest ever.
right, and then of course Wyndham, and then Rotunda,
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt.
Oh yeah,
That is his daddy.
yep,
You
sure
know?
is.
And so I mean, so yeah, the lineage is there. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, it's a great pick, man. I'm,
Cool.
I'm right there with you on the
Okay.
main event.
Okay.
Now, all right, now we're going on to the Brain Busters, man. Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard, which will be on multiple lists.
Oh yes.
Because we'll talk about WCW here soon, too. Trust me. And, man, this tag team is unbelievable.
Yep.
They had a great feud with Demolition. You can just look it up on Peacock. I mean, you can go find it. They had like 2 out of 3 falls matches. I mean, and they had speaking of the 2 out of 3 falls matches, they have an incredible match with the Rockers on Saturday night's main event. And I think it was Saturday night's main event 24.
And they won. Did they not
Yeah.
win? They won the championship on
I'm
that
pretty
one.
sure, yeah.
Well, it wasn't the championship, but it was, like you said, it was they'd already had the championship, but a fantastic match.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yeah, it was just a great match all the way around, man. And honestly, buddy, I'm going to put these guys in the Hall of Fame because they should be in it. I don't know why they're not there, but hey.
You know what? I think we're coming close here. I really do. I honestly I think we'll see an influx in the Hall of Fame as far as WWE goes of tag teams in the next like 2 years.
I hope so.
Because there's so many that they've kind of made amends with.
Yeah.
And they should.
Yeah.
And we've got them. They're on the list. I'm gonna agree with you, man. And even though we're talking about the WWE and WWF kind of period, before that, just. Like you said, when we talk about NWA or we talk about World Championship Wrestling, I mean, just that alone, they had so many great feuds, so many great matches there. The one thing that we all missed out on because they went from WCW to WWF, they were actually planning on doing a Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson as the Four Horsemen, versus the Midnight Express. That would have been.
God.
That would have.
That would have tore the house down, man.
I mean, that's upper level. So I agree with you. I unfortunately they had about a year and a half.
yeah, it was like probably two to
Right,
three,
right.
or like 2 or
but
something.
but champions.
Yeah.
champions in obviously multiple territories, and again, alone, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, Anderson being a Rome, Georgia boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Marty Lundy. Tully Blanchard from Texas, and of course his father, the Blanchard family owned Southwestern, I believe, Championship Wrestling. Funny story about that. That was on USA Network before primetime WWF back in the day, right? Well, they couldn't pay the bill, so Vince comes in and says, "You know what? I'll pay you to put my show on," and that's how we got USA. So there's a little lineage there. But agree with you, Hall of Fame team.
Oh yeah.
Good show.
Absolutely, man. All right, buddy. That's back to you,
Okay.
man. And I know you're gonna got a lot to say about this team.
Did you line this up on purpose?
Maybe.
Oh my goodness. All right, so all the way before I even get started, let's just go ahead and, for me personally, the next team in line is Demolition. That should already be in the Hall of Fame, unfortunately, due to whatever's going on. But that we're getting it worked out. That's a beautiful thing.
Hall of
All right,
Fame.
so Demolition, man, so many things to talk about with this team, and trying to keep it within the context and confines of the time. But so Demolition started out in '87. The brainchild of Randy Colley, who was part of the Moondogs,
Moondog.
right?
Yeah.
Came up with the idea. Got together with Bill Eadie, who I knew didn't know him as who he was as Bill Eadie, but I knew him as the Mass Superstar. And if you ever get an opportunity to watch some Mass Superstar matches, they're the best. I mean, they're top notch. He was basically presented as, we don't know who this guy is, but he's obviously one of the best around. He's the Mass Superstar. Well, that's Bill Eadie, who went on to be Demolition Axe. And then, of course, Randy Colley was the original Demolition Smash. Problem was, everybody recognized him. They started, knowing he was a Moondog, and like within like 3 weeks,
boy.
he was gone. They just couldn't do it. So they brought in Barry Darso, who we had known up until this point as Crusher Khrushchev in the NWA. Funny thing about Crusher Khrushchev, he's from Minnesota. He's got ties in with all the Minnesota crew, Rick Rude, and Road Warriors, and seeing all those folks. Anyway, but he never once ever tried to speak in a Russian accent. They were just like, you know what? He's just here.
He's with Russians. Deal with it.
So they bring this team together. It didn't work out within the first 3 weeks. They replaced Coley for Darso, and then it clicks. And I mean, it clicks, y'all. And they've been, unfortunately for me, with this team, has always been accused of, well, they're Road Warrior ripoffs. Now, the aesthetic, yes, I can see the face paint, the black, and spikes.
Yeah.
I got it. But the ring work, two different animals.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Road Warriors are more smash and bash and all that stuff. Really, I mean, no offense to them, but there really wasn't that much technicality to what was going on. With the Demolition, you had two wrestlers who understood wrestling and the work and how to actually work within the ring. And if you watch these matches, you can see how they pace themselves differently and how they kind of are able to perform moves differently than Road Warriors. So
Dude.
Hall of Fame. That's it.
Oh yeah, easy Hall of Fame. I mean, this is one of the greatest tag teams of all time. Period. Go watch any of their matches. It's fantastic. And again, 2 out of 3 falls. Don't know what it is about the 80s 2 out of 3 falls matches, but if you go to SummerSlam, I think it's 1990, even though I just said 80s, but it's close enough. Go to SummerSlam 1990 against the Hart Foundation. Awesome match.
Yes.
I think Crush was actually in that one.
That was the
Billy
time
was
they
sick.
brought in. And
But either way, it didn't matter.
Didn't matter, man.
Dude, Demolition was just amazing.
And props to Brian Adams, and I'll praise his and rest in peace, brother, for sure, because he stepped in at a situation and a time to where, like you said, that transitional period, Road Warriors were coming in. Now they're LOD. Now they're here. So they were, it was a weird time for Demolition, but
honestly, I mean, the more I look at Demolition, I mean, it is kind of a Road Warriors ripoff, but like they made it so unique.
Yes.
And then plus the entrance music.
There
My
we go.
God.
So you said it right there. That's it. So everybody, I had this discussion with everybody. How can you compare the Demolition theme song, to Iron Man? I'm like, well, number one, Iron Man's Iron Man. And I, it's Iron Man, and it's Black Sabbath. Nothing against the Road Warriors, right? But that's Iron Man. Demolition is Demolition's theme.
Yeah.
Here comes the axe. Here comes the
smasher. Walking disaster. Dun, 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 dun,
Yes.
Demolition.
See, so that's what I'm saying. These are things that that's Demolition. There's no other. There's not like the Road Warriors. Well, yeah, that's Black Sabbath. No. That's Demolition.
That's Demolition.
There you go. All right.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so we're gonna move
Told you
on.
we're gonna have fun on this
Oh
one,
yeah,
y'all.
definitely. We're gonna go on to a heavily underrated tag team, the fabulous Rougeau Brothers. Man,
Okay.
man, this tag team is so good. They had great feuds with the likes of the Bulldogs, the Hart Foundation, the Killer Bees.
Yes.
Like you put them in a ring, you're gonna get a great match.
Yes.
That's just how it is. However, I'm still gonna put them in main event here, man.
I know.
Like, I'm sorry. I think they should go in the Hall of Fame at some point,
They should.
but they just weren't ever the top team.
They never captured a championship.
Yeah, I was about to say I didn't think they did. I
They
was going to
never
ask
broke
you.
that. They never broke that ceiling. They never did.
Yeah, so I mean, that's why I'm putting them in main event, man. So
Okay.
what do you think?
I gotta agree with you, man. Same thing. You're talking about the Rougeau family coming from that Canadian lineage and heritage of wrestling, in which it is almost like the Hearts. Just in reality, and we all know the story of the Rougeaus and the British Bulldogs and this whole thing. If you don't know the story, go look it up. Legitimate tough guys.
Oh yeah,
Legitimate
for sure.
men. So that this is a team, like you said, very much so underrated. And I agree with you only because yes, we don't have them as champions. They did not ever really break that ceiling, and they didn't really have anything else going on after the fact. We're gonna go main event.
Right. And a total agreement on this one.
Right.
So yeah, man, I'm gonna send it back to you, man, on this one.
All right, so here we are. Now, you actually gave the name, the official name. What was their name?
The Foreign Legion.
Foreign Legion.
Yes.
Okay. Managed by Classy Freddie Blassie. Right. You've got Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik.
Mm-hmm.
The Iron Sheik, a former WWF World Heavyweight Champion, actually the torch to
Hulk
Hogan.
Hulkamania
Right?
ever happened, man.
That was
Yeah.
it. Yep. What was it? Iron #1, America. Do it.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so this team, world champions. I remember them coming into the age in which I was enjoying wrestling and kind of coming into, understanding wrestling. They were the ultimate bad guys. Did defeat the U.S. Express at WrestleMania 1, but also they were defeated by the British Bulldogs at WrestleMania 2. And then, of course, they kind of went their separate ways. Nikolai Volkov went on to form the Bolsheviks with Vorzukov. Iron Sheik kind of went on and got arrested with Hacksaw Jim Duggan in '87, but that's a whole
Yeah,
nother
that's another
story. But do it either way.
Yeah.
But still, this team is as great of individuals and individual wrestlers as they are, even being champions. I'm going to go ahead and say for me, it's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yep, not my cup of tea on that one. So
Yeah, it's how they wrestled too.
Yeah.
It's like it's that form of wrestling, like that old
Brutish.
WWF
Yeah,
style of wrestling, can sometimes get a little bit just boring to me.
Absolutely.
But I will say they were great heels
Yeah.
on their own. I mean, like, man, when these people walked into a building, trash was being
Yeah.
thrown. Like
People hated them. They drew the heat, man.
Yeah, I mean, they could draw some money. That's for sure. So I'll give them that
There you go.
as a positive. But
They
yeah,
put
as far
butts
as
in
watching,
seats.
as far as watching a match though, I would pass.
Okay.
be
And
honest.
they're good. So yeah.
But much respect to both men though.
Right.
All right, so we're gonna throw in some women here, man. We got the Jumping Bomb Angels.
Okay.
And now these women were so good that nobody knew what to do with them. I mean, like you go watch one of their matches and some of the moves that they're doing.
Yep.
I mean, you could probably put them in today's roster and they'll be just fine.
They would. They're right there at the pioneering state of a lot of the things that go on today. You're
Absolutely,
right.
I agree, man. And you go again 2 out of 3 falls match with the Glamour Girls at Rumble '88.
Tore
Like,
the house down.
yeah,
Folks
done,
didn't know what
man.
to do with them. That was the thing. They just didn't know what is going on.
And on that match, they would actually win the women's tag championships in the '80s
Yes, they did.
against the Glamour Girls.
Yes.
Which I mean, they're coming up on the list too. Don't worry,
Judy
they're on
Martin,
here.
Leilani Kai.
That's right, man. Yeah, so I'm actually going to put the Jumping Bombs Angels into Hall of Fame here. I mean, like, I'm sorry. Like, for women's wrestling back then, especially to be that good, like, you got to have them somewhere, man. I mean,
They're all the way Hall of Fame. I'm going to agree with you on this one. I hate the way that things went down for them because they were so groundbreaking and pioneering that folks didn't know what to do with them. And again, especially Moolah, who was manager of the Glamour Girls, and we all know Moolah and her history within female professional wrestling.
oh, yeah.
But she did not like them. So very shortly after winning the titles, they lost them back in a house show, and then they were kind of gone in that sense. You know,
Yeah, they were
kind of-
ousted.
yeah. So I agree with you though. I hate that it didn't work out the way it should have. I just again they didn't know what to do with them, but they're Hall of Famers. They're Hall of Famers all the way, truly. And if you watch that match, that 2 out of 3 falls, I mean, again, that you can literally see in the match how not only the audience, no one could understand, just couldn't comprehend what these ladies were doing at the speed in which they were doing it. It was just totally different.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, they made people like they were in slow motion.
Yes,
Especially
yes.
some of the grind
yeah.
girls. And no offense to them, it's just the truth, man. I mean, go watch her stuff in All Japan.
Right.
Try to argue with it.
That's right. Cannot do it. Cannot do it.
All right, buddy. Another team
All right.
that I know you're going to have a lot to say about.
Yes, I do. And
Got lust in your eyes.
and this is an easy one per se, but with understanding why it should be Hall of Fame. Okay, we're talking about the Mega Powers.
Yeah.
We're talking about the team that of the 80s literally just brought everything together. It was Batman and Superman coming together and taking on the world, but it was in live action form, and it was Hulk Hogan and Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth in the mix for good measure. The whole going from WrestleMania 3 working in Randy Savage to being the world champion, taking it all the way around the tag team aspect, then the whole jealousy thing and watching them break down and culminating in WrestleMania 5, the Mega Powers explode. That was some good stuff.
No, dude.
I mean,
it's one of the greatest storylines ever
Right.
told.
And yeah, on both sides, both Randy and Hogan. And the thing about this time of wrestling is that you watch this, especially this team, even though yes, Hogan is Hogan. I know he's kind of going through some things right now, so I want to keep him in my prayers and well wishes. So
For sure,
definitely
man.
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
We don't want to wish anything bad upon anybody. So I know he's going through some things, but Hogan's Hogan. He's over the top a little bit,
Yeah.
but man, Savage. Oh, I mean, he brought it home. You could tell this dude had an issue with this man, and it made everything
Man.
all that much better. But so I'm gonna go ahead and here we go. Mega Powers, yes, of course, we're up there,
Yeah.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I'm with you,
That's
dude.
it,
I mean,
Hall of Famers.
again, like
So-
we agreed on all these pretty much.
Yeah, we're looking
so
at
far.
it. Looking
I mean,
at
we'll
it,
have
looking at
something.
it.
I think we'll have a difference a little
Yeah.
bit down the line here, but
Yeah.
see some of these teams coming up. But yeah, man, with the Mega Powers, man, it's like you said it, dude. It's one of the greatest stories that WWF's ever told. And for that, I mean, you got to put them in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I mean,
sir.
you just do.
Yep. And I mean, again, that's what I'm saying. This is just one of those teams that we're, especially in that era in which we were growing up in and loving professional wrestling, and it was rolling. I mean, this was the best. This is the ultimate super group come together.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this was it. So it blew a lot of people's minds, and we loved it. We ate it up. And then when they did explode and break up, I think a lot of what a lot of people don't talk about is there was a lot of people torn on that one. I don't think as many people were behind as Hulk Hogan getting the championship
no,
back. As
I don't think-
I think they were behind Macho Man.
Yeah, because I mean, you kind of can look at it, especially if I was a grown man back then.
Yeah, dude.
But watching it back now, I'm like, dang, Savage might have had a point, man.
He did. You got lust in your eyes. That's right.
Oh, you hot dogging. I swear to God, dude, I love Randy Savage.
Yep.
If you're ever in a bad mood and you want to just be in an instantly better mood, go turn on a Randy Savage
I got
promo.
you. That's absolutely
Just
any of
please.
them. Just any
Any of them. It doesn't matter.
The
The guy was cracked out of his mind. I swear.
I love his early ones from ICW. Those are the best when he's just all unkempt.
No, dude, I know,
Just
yeah.
crazy,
It
man.
was like a
Oh, my
wild
God.
man.
Yeah.
It was like he just walked out of the woods to fight somebody.
Oh, yeah.
But all right, guys.
Okay.
We're going on to the Powers of Pain.
Yeah.
Now, this was a team I was referring to that, to me, are more of a ripoff of the Real Warriors than Demolition are.
Mhm.
Because, I mean, they were the same. They were Smash Mouth style. And then you had Warlord and Barbarian. Again, they do what they need to do because they're big men, but there's no other way for them to wrestle, really. So this, to me, I think is more of the ripoff of LOD.
Agreed.
Or the Road Warriors, whichever
Agreed.
one you want to call them. I see why Demolition gets all that hate and heat or whatever you want to call it, but this team really should have got it.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
And,
so where you gonna put them?
Well, I'm going to put them actually in probably middle of the card here because there's not really too many matches I remember them having that really stick out to me. I remember their feud with the Rockers.
Right.
Like, that's about it.
Right.
So, I mean, that's my take
Okay.
on it, man. What you got?
Well, here we go. So we do have our first discrepancy. I agree with you that they were the Road Warrior ripoff for every aspect. If you put both teams side by side, the style, the presentation,
The haircut.
that's it. Literally, that's the one that got me right there. I was like, how can you call Demolition a knockoff when you literally have these two dudes with the exact same haircuts? Number one, Mohawk on Barbarian, split Mohawk on the Warlord, just like Hawk and Animal. And then you look at the stylings of the makeup. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They got to me something. I don't know, because I was like, dude, why is everybody hating on Demolition when these guys are the ripoffs?
Yeah.
And I'm not
And
knocking
it's not their fault
No,
either.
'cause I'm looking
please
at-
don't take it that
No,
way.
because I'm looking at both of them, and I enjoyed, because Barbarian had a career by himself before he was part of 3 Hours of Pain.
Yeah, I enjoy Barbarian on his own.
Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah.
He was or Conan the Barbarian. He had already had his own thing going on. And he's a part of the Samoan family. That lineage.
Sure is.
The Warlord, same thing. Even when he was single by himself, the Warlord is a massive, intimidating. I like the way he looked.
Oh yeah,
I
dude,
dug
I loved
his
it. He's
thing.
one of my favorite
Yeah.
action figures I ever
Okay,
had.
see?
Yeah.
So, but unfortunately, together, yes, they just not my cup of tea. And unfortunately, because I done had the Road Warriors and Demolition, and Powers of Pain just didn't fit in for me right there.
I got you. No worries. Yeah, so we're close to agreeing on that.
Yeah.
one. All right, man. I'm gonna send it back to you, man.
Okay. Okay. This isn't going to take long.
Yeah.
Rhythm and Blues, the Honky Tonk Man and Greg the Hammer Valentine, who could not lip sync or fake play guitar to save his life. Not my cup of tea. So
Yeah, he was
and
not as good as Honky Tonk, man.
No, and the thing is we're looking at both these cats, and again, a situation where as a team, no, individually. I love the Honky Tonk Man. I've got a few of his action figures. I love the character. I love everything that he did with Macho Man, or even the Ultimate Warrior, with that, as fast as that was. I dug the Honky Tonk Man. I don't know, as growing up in the 80s and enjoying the cartoonish type thing, right? Greg the Hammer Valentine. I was a fan of Greg Valentine from the Roddy Piper Greg Valentine match at Starrcade '83, the dog collar match, where they just beat the ever living crap out of each other.
Yeah.
Busted Piper's eardrum. It was brutal.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, so I'm a fan of them singularly, but when they put them together, it was like they just literally, like, I can only imagine the booking committee going, I don't have anything. Do you have anything? I don't. Do you? No. You know what?
You got some hair gel, slick your
Yeah,
hair back.
Greg.
Be with
Just
Honky Tonk,
you gonna
man.
have to go dye the hair, and just so we got. So can
Yeah.
you dance?
Can you get hired EDP to drive you?
God, exactly. Good call. Right there you go. Good. What do you think about this team? Because again, they're not my cup of
Pretty
tea.
much the same, man. I mean, you take them both away individually,
Right.
is way more enjoyable to watch than
Okay.
the tag team. Like you said, I mean, Greg Hammer Valentine is one of the best technical wrestlers ever, and some of his matches are just legendary.
Right.
And Honky Tonk was just so good individually. I mean, he had great feuds with Brutus Beefcake, and he had feuds with Warrior, Savage even. But together, nah, man, not my cup of tea, dude.
Not doing it.
And I really don't know if I can even name you a rhythm and blues match.
Nope.
No, I can remember. I ain't got nothing.
No,
man.
no,
I mean,
it's not. It just wasn't. It was the end of the road for, I think, both of them creatively, because there was nothing really going on. They didn't, and that's kind of okay. Well, here's what we got,
yeah.
and it did not work.
No, I agree with you. All right, moving on, man, to one of my favorite teams of all time.
All right.
The Rockers.
Yes.
Marty Jannetty, Shawn Michaels, man. When these guys hit the scene, you couldn't help but like them. I mean, they were fast-moving, entertaining as hell.
Absolutely.
Like, you could cut a promo for days. There's so many amazing matches that they've had. But I almost didn't put them in this list because they came in so
Really?
late in the 80s.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I always consider the Rockers more of a 90s team, but they debuted in 88.
Right.
So, I mean, they are an 80s team. And like I said, again, when they came on, man, they came on in a hurry. Now, there are some stories about when they first got hired, but we'll save that for another video.
Yes. Yeah.
But the matches, man, I mean, they've had great matches
Yep.
with the Hart Foundation. They had great matches with the Bulldogs. They had great matches with
Orient
Powers
Express.
of Pain. I mean, like,
One of my favorite matches for me, from my own personal history, was watching I believe it was the 1992. Was it 2 Royal Rumble with the Orient Express?
oh, the Orient Express.
They opened the
Yeah,
card,
yeah.
man, and they opened it up with,
yeah.
with a pop, and it was a really good match.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with you. I can't remember if it was 91 or 92, but it's one of them.
It was one of them. I know. Yeah, we'll double check that, but
Yeah.
I do remember that match specifically. Going, wow, that's
Like, that
again,
was really good.
fast-paced, and you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it was just so much. It was so different than what we were getting on our TV screens, man, back then. I mean, you were ushering in something, and then, of course, in the '90s. I mean, they'll be on the '90s list too. Trust me.
Yes.
The barbershop,
Oh
the super kick heard around the world, man.
man.
Like, that is a legendary moment if there ever was one in professional wrestling.
Yes.
And like, but without this team, that don't happen. And man, how do you feel about the Rockers?
All right. So even though they did not officially win a championship, they made me sit up and watch. Wow. What is this? Watching all these matches, watching the chemistry with this team, that was what really caught my eye and what made me appreciate and really enjoy watching, because it was just so fast paced and everything was in sync and everything was lined up, and
That's a great point. That's the first time I ever saw anybody do
Right.
like a double drop kick and
Right.
then like do the hip up or kick up. I mean,
and this is and I'm not taking away from the Rock and Roll Express or the Midnight Express. Please, I know that I love my Southern tag teams. What the Rockers did for me was exactly what you said. They were able to do these things that those other teams could do, and they did them really well. But man, these guys were so.
yeah, it was just fluid.
It was just
Yeah.
dude. So they're going in Hall of Fame for
Yep.
me. Yeah,
Yep, we can both move at the same time.
they're going in Hall of Fame, brother. There we go. And the
Oh, yeah.
barbershop broke my heart.
Oh, I think it
just-
did everybody. Like, even
Like,
I've
wow.
even talked with my cousins about that one, and that's what the one thing they remember. If you could pick like top 5 moments,
Yeah.
from when we were kids, I guarantee you they're going to talk
That's
about
one.
that moment.
Yep. Of course, man. Rough day.
Man. All right, man. I'm gonna move on to you, buddy.
Okay, so we're coming up. Looks like, what is it? Strike Force.
Yep.
All right, so again, a little bit of a more underrated team. They weren't necessarily top dogs or like running dominance, but they had a lot of influence into the tag team ranks, because you've got Tito Santana and Rick Martel. Rick Martel by himself is a former AWA World Heavyweight Champion. Tito Santana is a former WWF Intercontinental Champion. Right, and before that, this actually comes from a iteration of Tom Zink, who went on to be the Z-Man. Originally the Can-Am connection for Canada and America, right? Because you had Rick Martel and Tom Zink, Can.
Yep.
But when Tom Zink didn't like the dealings, they brought in Tito Santana. All right, so here's where it kind of gets interesting, because Strike Force were having a feud with Demolition. They brought in mercenaries because Demolitions were such dominant, beating the crap out of them. They went and bought mercenaries and brought in the Powers of Pain. That's how the Powers of Pain came in, as mercenaries working for Strike Force as baby faces. Yeah, like I said, we know.
Yeah, it's convoluted. It's pro wrestling, folks.
But this team together, talent wise, again, another chemistry. If you watch them in the ring, fluid. They knew how to work. They were great workers, professionals all the way around. Again, not really, barn burners or anything like that. Champions, and both in their own rights. Individual careers. Rick the Model went on after this, of course. Tito was fighting bulls, but that's okay. It's Tito Santana. We'll give him a break. I'm going to go ahead. Unfortunately, they're going to have to go in the mid card for me. I dug them. I understood, and I appreciate their history and lineage, but mid card. That's where they are.
Struggling, man. It's one of the two right here. You're right.
I know.
They look good next to the Powers of Pain, don't they? Yeah, well, since they brought him in, I'll put him in mid card. But yeah, I enjoy both of these guys though. Both of these dudes are fantastic wrestlers. Yes. I mean, Tito Santana is a fantastic wrestler. Rick the Model Martel was one of my favorites as a kid because he was just a bad guy who carried around the. Oh yeah, it's his AWA figure.
Yes, this is the AWA Rick Martel figure that you have in your possession. This is how great this individual was. He already had his figure before he even got
Oh yeah, before he ever got to WWF. So yeah, I mean, there's not much else to say about this team. I mean, just go watch some of the matches, man. I mean, like they're really Sean's right on the money when he says they were fluid, man.
Yeah.
Like they had some chemistry. They really, really did. Too
And
bad they didn't really like each other. Though.
And that's the thing too, and that's the thing. That's what I was about to say. Even though personally necessarily wasn't the best relationship, but even after the team broke up, they had some really good matches with the breakdown series of the team.
Yeah.
So if you get it, if you watch, I mean, none of these matches are bad matches. That's what I appreciate about them as a team is that you're not going to be disappointed. You can sit back and go, okay, that's solid.
Yeah, because that's pretty much
believe
that's
that.
why I almost put them in main event, man.
Yeah.
Because like they are,
I know.
really, really good. But hey, I mean they can't all win, right?
Nope. Cannot.
All right, but speaking of winners,
Yep,
man,
here
this
we
is
go.
one. All right, the British Bulldogs, man, one of the greatest tag teams in the history of not only WWF, professional wrestling, period. Like, these guys are so good.
Yes.
Davey Boy Smith, Dynamite Kid.
Yep.
Dynamite Kid has influenced probably half the locker room that's wrestling right now.
Everything you see today,
Like,
you can thank Dynamite
This
Kid.
guy was unfreaking believable. I mean, go watch any of his matches with Brett in Canada, like the
Yes.
Stampede Wrestling
Yes.
territories. They are barn burners.
Yep. Of course, the classic Tiger Mask.
Oh yeah.
God.
I know.
This
Yeah,
dude
that's
was
so
born to
good.
wrestle. He was born to wrestle.
And unlike where you got like two great wrestlers on a team that are pushed together, these two are pushed together and it worked fantastically.
I think it was in. I think it was in the lineage. In the
Yeah. Well, yeah. And I remember hearing a story that Brett told one time. His dad made the deal with Vince. He said, I'll sell you all my stuff, but you got to take on 4 people.
Yep.
And it was Hitman, Anvil, Bulldog, and Dynamite.
That's right.
Man, I'm glad that he made that deal.
Amen. Right.
Because, man, the British Bulldogs, I mean, even really the Bulldogs probably were more prominent than the Hart Foundation at one point.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, of course, we all know what happened with Dynamite Kid.
Even David
it's a
Boy
damn
Smith,
shame.
both of them rest.
No, I know.
Rest in
Yeah.
peace. Yeah. I'm with you, man.
But yeah, go watch any of their matches, just any of them.
You're
Go. I don't. It doesn't matter who it is.
Nope.
It's fantastic. It's 10 out of 10. I don't give a shit what Dave Meltzer has to say about it.
I agree with you, man. You can watch any match, but if you can watch the Rougeaus or the Hart Foundation, right?
Yeah, Killer Bees.
Killer Bees. I mean,
Yeah.
Islanders. All these combinations, and this is what I love about 80s tag teams. It was an art form.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have as many today. We have tag teams, but this was a full, almost like a subculture of professional wrestling.
Yeah.
That was really
It was its
happening,
own art
man.
form, yeah.
Yes. So, all right. So where were you?
Oh yeah, the Hall of Fame, man.
I knew it.
mean,
Of
Hall
course,
of Fame.
I'm right there with you,
period.
man. It don't take long for this one. It is Hall of Fame all the way for me as well. For me, again, watching these guys for the first time, seeing the combination of the speed and the power made you do a double take and go, "What did I just watch?" Because
know.
it was everything. And even Mick Foley has the greatest story of him coming down and one of his first matches is getting in with the British Bulldogs, and they were just so fast and powerful. They ended up breaking his jaw,
Yeah, I know.
and he just went back and said, "Thank you for the match," because that's what you do,
Yeah.
But yeah, watching them was amazing. I love every match of the British Bulldogs. Ozzy Osbourne bring him to the ring. I think it was that 2? I think it was
WrestleMania
WrestleMania 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. So,
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we agree on that one. That's an easy one. To find those tag team LJN figures, and did we not? I think we saw them at a
Yeah,
toy
we did.
swap.
We did.
Should have grabbed them.
Man, oh my God! But
They didn't have the
I'm
belts,
sure.
though.
I'm sure they were probably pricey.
Yeah, because that we saw the
because those
Roddy.
are hard to find.
Yeah,
but
but we did-
that's the first time I've ever even seen them.
I was surprised that we saw the Roddy Piper figure like out of a
Oh, yeah,
case
loose.
or something. I mean,
Yeah,
it
with
was
the
in
original
great
kilt.
condition. Yes,
Yeah.
it was in great condition, and worth every bit of the price he was asking. I thought to myself, wow, you just kind of leave him laying around. Okay,
Yeah, I know.
but that's me.
You put that in a case, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, so
All right, it's on you, man.
Oh.